So it's been a goal of NATO for a decade now to have members spend at least 2% of GDP on their militaries. And as of this year, the Secretary General of NATO has told us that 18 of 30 are on track to meet that target. Why is that 2% target so important? And what other sorts of actions does NATO need to take, or should NATO be taking, to encourage members to contribute more effectively to force readiness and force procurement?
Yeah, thank you. This is an important question because it's one we hear even in the debate today about burden sharing, and are the Europeans doing their fair share, et cetera. So let me start with the 2% and why that's important. 2% is a pledge. It's not a binding agreement at all within NATO, but it's a pledge, 2014, to reach 2% by 2024. They did not meet that. Okay, there's been 10 countries some time ago. It's now they'll reach 18 this year. And recently they changed that pledge to a commitment to a floor of 2%. Let me take you back to what that really means. I would say a floor is correct. So the United States typically ran even more. Today we're at 3.45% of GDP with the budget that was just approved into defense. We typically ran well above that up through the 1990s. In 1990, when we took the dividend, we were at 5.45% of GDP. In 1960, we were running at about 8.5% of GDP. And in years prior to that, that was more the norm. So even for the United States at 3.4, this is quite a low percentage of defense for a military that has global responsibilities. So to put that into perspective with countries that are running just at 2% or below, with the responsibility to train and equip a force and modernize that force so that it's relevant for the environment they work in today, an environment that's changing rapidly.